Well, good evening everyone, this is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 14th, 2025. I hope everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far. Everybody had a great Tuesday. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video we're going to be taking a look at the tropics in the lower 48. And we're going to start off here in the tropics. Here is the remnants of Lorenzo still hanging on to barely a tropical storm. Getting a little bit of act together, but I think it should dissipate within the next day or two. We're watching this tropical wave right here, and there's another one behind it. We're going to need to monitor them because if this system here gets over here in the Caribbean Sea, we could spin up a storm sometime, maybe sometime next week here in the Caribbean Sea. So we'll continue to monitor that and see if that comes to pass. But some of the models are showing that this system will move across the Atlantic but remain kind of weak. But then as it gets over toward the Leeward Islands and also into the Caribbean, something could develop into a tropical storm. If it do, it would become Tropical Storm Melissa, and it could also become a major hurricane as well. So we'll continue to monitor that. Just want to give you a heads up on it. Other forecasters are already looking at that idea, so I just want to go ahead and let everybody know that as well. That I'm going to jump on board with them also. Alrighty, you can see there's a lot of activity across the central tropical Atlantic, but a lot of frontal boundary systems as they continue to just swirl across the northern tropical Atlantic. You got scattered activity over South America, Central America, and a little bit of the northwestern Caribbean. The Gulf looks good. The western Atlantic looks good. Mexico, you're in good shape as well. The Yucatan Peninsula. Much of the lower 48 looks pretty quiet. You can see a little activity up here across south the Canadian-U.S. border, up here around Wisconsin, also Minnesota, over toward Michigan and northern Michigan, around Lake Superior as well. A little bit of scattered activity, a little bit in western Mexico, but pretty quiet there. Also a little bit of activity in northern Texas, but like I say, pretty quiet across most of the lower 48. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast coming from the National Hurricane Center on Lorenzo. 5 p.m. advisory was located in their latitude 18.7 north, longitude 45.5 west. Maximum sustained winds are 40 miles an hour with higher gusts. Moving to the northwest at 12 miles an hour. Classified as tropical storm. Winds at 39 and 73 miles an hour. They keep it as a tropical storm through Thursday at 2 a.m. But I figured it'll probably be weakened before then, and also in a depression by Thursday afternoon and Friday. This is a depression, so but I figured it'll probably be a depression probably before then. So as it continues to move off to the north. Alrighty, now let's take a look at the forecast spaghetti model that this system looks to make a loop-de-loo in the tropical Atlantic. You can see here is the current position of the storm. Continue to push on off to the north-northeast, and then eventually turns back to the southwest, and then continues to move it back west. Like I mentioned last night, it looks like it may make a loop-de-loo and maybe make a turn back toward the west. So we'll have to continue to monitor this here, Lorenzo, because if the remnants could spin back around and head back west. So we'll monitor that and see how far west that system makes it. Alright, you can see it right now at 35 knot winds. We get 40 miles an hour. You can see it's right on the borderline of a tropical storm and also a tropical depression. You can see some of the models wants to keep it into a tropical storm for a while longer, but most of the model wants to drop it off into a tropical depression. So right now, that's why we're thinking that it should drop off into a tropical depression before that time frame comes up. Alright, I've also liked these videos, share these videos, and also we're gonna get the show on the road there, folks. And also, thank you for tuning into the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel. Thank you for the support, and keep continuing to grow my channel. And make sure to tell your friends, family, neighbors to hit that subscribe button, so that way I can grow my channel and get a little, continue to grow on YouTube, the forecast channel here of Mike Bass. Alright, let's see if we can get to your Wednesday outlook here. Okay, it's kind of slowly coming up. But anyway, like I said, you can see we got a cold front coming in from the north, stretching across North Carolina, stretching to a low pressure system over in Wyoming, all the way down toward the Baja region of California. Shower activity over here in eastern Florida. More activity in New Brunswick, to eastern Maine, to east of Connecticut, Rhode Island, a little bit of New Hampshire, a little bit of mixed precipitation right along the Canadian-Maine border. We got more mixed precipitation portion of Montana, Idaho, Nevada, California, Utah, Arizona, portion of New Mexico, also in Wyoming. Thunderstorms and showers over portion of New Mexico. We got a little area here in Arizona, through Colorado, through the Dakotas, Montana, Minnesota, Wisconsin, to Iowa, to Illinois, and portions of the Chicago region. You're included in that as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Okay, let's see if we can get to your Thursday forecast now. Slowly getting there, hopefully. I did something wrong, but alright, well, let's go ahead and go on to the watch and warn advisory map since we have a problem with that. We'll take a look at it. But anyway, you got to see your Tuesday forecast. But let's go ahead and take a look at the current watch and warn advisory map since my computer's messing up for some reason. But anyway, we got small craft advisory, gale warning from Maine all the way to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, also to the Georgia coast, to the east coast of Florida, a little bit across Southern California, Northern California up to Oregon State. Also, we got coastal flood advisories over here along the coastal areas of Virginia up toward New Jersey, Delaware, and region as well. We have some air quality alerts in the portions of Texas. Then fog advisories over Nebraska. We got some winter weather advisories up here in areas of Wyoming. Frost and freeze products up here in Washington, Oregon State. More winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in Nevada and also California. Wind advisories there as well for southern Nevada, southern California, portion of Arizona, one county of Utah, and also some hydro issues over northwestern areas of New Mexico. And also we have some flood watches and flood warnings for areas of Colorado. Flood watches also in California areas as well. Also small craft advisory, some high surf warnings around the Alaska, Hawaii and Chain Island, and across the southern areas of Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the storm predictions and our outlook. I'm going to take a look at day number 2, which is your Wednesday. Marginal risk up here for a portion of North Dakota and the Nebraska, and also a portion of Wyoming. Then again from Colorado into New Mexico. Then from New Mexico to Montana through Minnesota, Iowa, all the way to Idaho, and also a portion of Utah and Nevada. Just general thunderstorm. Tornado probability looks like this. Less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds 5%. Also, we got 5% for large hail as well in that vicinity. Alright, now here's a look at the day number 3. We're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to take a look at day number 5. Okay, here's a marginal rift over here around McCook to Macomb, also in the portion of eastern Colorado, from West Texas to North Dakota to Minneapolis to northern Michigan to portion of Utah. Just general thunderstorm probability 5%. Alright, let's move on to that area here. There's that 15% risk area from Hannibal all the way down to Shreveport, Louisiana, for severe weather on day number 5. So we still got that highlighted for severe weather. So we'll continue to monitor that and let you know what happens after that. It's a little bit too low to predict further to the east. That's why they have not put any outlooks eastbound, but it could be some severe weather in portions of Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, maybe even the Carolinas possible later on down the road. But we'll continue to, I will keep you up to date and see what happens. Alright, let's take a look at the tropics toward the end of the video here. Okay, here's Lorenzo, and for right now everything's pretty quiet. But like I said, tropical wave could move into the Caribbean Sea. We'll continue to see what happens, and I'll keep you up to date. So hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Tuesday evening, folks. Take care, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.